नमस्कार. आयच्या ह्या खाशेल्या कार्यावळीत तुमकां सगळ्याक येवकार. आमचे बरोबर आसात गोंयांतले नामनेचे उद्देजक आनी जे फक्त उद्देगच करना तर उद्देग एनालायजूय करतात अशे ब्लेज कॉस्ताबीर. ब्लेज, वेलकम टू द शो. सो वी हॅड स्पोकन एट द बिगिनिंग ऑफ द लॉकडाऊन and right now we call it 4.0. So what has changed from that interview to this interview? What has changed in your opinion? And then let us move forward.
So I think that nothing. I mean, what has changed is that when we talked for the first time, we were closed. Now we are open, and slowly other parts are opening. So there's some movement, there's some activity happening, but the clarity that maybe industry was seeking is still not there. So we are still going through the motions, and hopefully things will open up and get clearer as we go ahead. But I don't think too much of clarity is going to happen too soon.
Clarity, can you elaborate on that? What kind of clarity?
See, I don't know. For example, when this is unprecedented. So I still say that nobody has answers or nobody has a precedent to say, oh, last time we did it like this and this time we did it like this. So, but something has to happen, and one is this: economic activity cannot be stopped. It has to continue. And given the situation, I would assume that the government would have pulled all stops to make it happen. They came up with this stimulus package, which basically, according to me, is really not going to help. I mean, if I take a loan to pay my salaries, where am I going to end up? In a debt trap.
Correct.
And after 4 years, so I'm postponing it. Maybe the government should have been spending some money to create the demand, because that's what is lacking at the moment. People should feel that they have, some ability to, and that would have helped. If you take the Goa government, I know that they're cash strapped. Unfortunately, in 2008, the economy was on a roll. So when that banking crisis happened, there was a backup. You had some reserves. When COVID hit, we were doing a couple of percent of GDP growth and all. It's nothing like 7 and 8%. We don't even know where we were. So we don't have any backing or don't have any reserves. So take, for example, the electricity. We've been shut down and we are still paying maximum or minimum demand charges. That seems unfair. Water charges have been increased. The labor minimum wages have been increased. I mean, there should be some, some kind of understanding that yes, you are going through a problem. They can even charge us for what we consume. Correct. A lot of companies had zero production. You have got 33% operational rules and all. So reduce it. Just reduce the burden.
Yeah. एक गजाल या कि government is constantly saying that we have allowed industries to open, and not now we have allowed it from the previous lockdown. So what is the situation in Goa's major industrial estates? Because when government makes a statement that we have allowed them to open, where is the question of closing down or remain closed? How do you respond to that? Has that opening happened? Is that really an opening?
No, see, we are all part of one big ecosystem. So if I cannot operate in isolation, maybe I have a product that people can buy directly or something. But I also have products which go into somebody else's product. When you say go into someone else's product, some other products have to come to that person and then they make one full part. Me making it ready is no sense, because he has to have all the parts. So supply chain has been affected. Even to bring material from outside Goa, there are so many hold-ups at the check post, the trucks are not coming, the costs have gone up. So it's open, but unless everybody opens, then only will it flow smoothly. And I think it will still take a month or something, because the supply chain has to start rotating. That was something I said then, and I'm saying it again, that the supply chain has to be freed and moving smoothly for everybody to come together, and then it will make sense to be open. Right now, some companies are open, they don't have supplies.
Now, one major question is supply. एक झालं supply chainचं भाग, दुसरं झालं demand. So, what is a natural demand situation? One thing is government should give some stimulus so that demand picks up. But what is a natural instinctive demand requirement right now? It's a human psychology. We are in the midst of a pandemic. We see cases going up around us. What is our psychological response, and what's the psychological demand response right now?
So I think in certain areas, people, even though we are frightened, we will still go and pick up a parcel to eat.
Yeah.
But anything that is not essential, for example, I'm not going to on an impulse go and buy a car or a bike or anything. To the natural instinct to say it's a Sunday, let's go out and spend money and or stay overnight at some place and enjoy the summer over there, is not going to happen. So those industries which are connected to that kind of spending are hard pressed. Restaurants are opening and giving you takeout, but a restaurant cannot survive on a takeout business.
Correct.
So these are the what do you say issues right now with the demand. What you have to eat, you're going to eat.
Your written today regarding the Goans coming back from different parts of India and different parts of the world, and somehow you position it as an optimistic scenario. How do you analyze that? Even in your column today, you have mentioned it. So how do you analyze it?
See, I am hopeful because we have to look at positivity in any situation. Otherwise, there's no big deal. Now, we've always been complaining that there are no jobs for locals. The industry doesn't hire. Now, it's an opportunity. Industry needs, and you are available, because I don't see this happening of them going back on the ship or wherever for a long time. Okay. And by the time that time comes, they will also lose out because of age and not being working for so long. So new faces will come into the stream. So this is an opportunity. They've also seen that it's not easy outside. The conditions are pathetic. Some of them struggle. So why not stay at home and live? We will live very well in Goa, So why not stay at home and find jobs and be part of it? Don't say, oh, those salaries are high. But what have you got? You can say, even though you're getting a high salary outside, when you come back, you say you can't pay quarantine fees. So there is some mismatch there. So here you'll be with your family, you'll be safe, you're not going out anywhere. So there's an opportunity. Now, whether you take it or don't take it is left to an individual choice, but I see it as an opportunity.
But if you look at the job scenario or the job requirement pertaining to the industries in Goa, do you think that the workforce or the brain drain is getting reversed now in a way? So when they are returning back, do you think there are enough opportunities suitable for their educational qualification or their experience?
See, I don't say everybody can use this thing, but quite a few who are coming back are not really going to be that education qualification. Okay. Even in the educational qualification, now that they have come back, they would have come back with some experience. Maybe they can leverage that experience when they come back. But just to say that, no, it's not a good idea, we'll be looking for one, to go back, they'll be wasting the time. I think it's an opportunity, and maybe not 100%, but let's take 50% can get a job here.
Yes.
Let's start with some number. Because what are the...
Correct. One important aspect is regarding the migrant labor that is going back now. How big is that impact? How big is that blow?
See, I don't think very much in industry is affected, because industry was giving jobs, they were paying the salary as per the MHA guidelines. So it's more from other industries, construction industry, hotel industry, which anyway is closed. Maybe fishing is still going on. If you walk on the beach, they're still there. They're not gone back. But there are some who maybe have been daily wages kind of thing, and some on impulse are going back. So I don't know. I've not talked to the guys at the station and all to find out which industry they were in, where were they working. So that could be it. There can be many guys. You see these, for example, fruit sellers. They bring in 50 guys, give them one basket of fruit and tell them to go. Now that quantity of fruit is not going to sell. So they say, okay, we don't need you. And they don't pay them. So they'll want to go back. So that is all part of it, You see them sitting on the road and selling fruit and all that.
Yeah.
Those guys might be going back. Construction industry.
Construction industry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So things like that, so it will be sector specific. We've not heard yet in industry as to a big problem that there are no people, because they have jobs and they are already staying. It's all there. But
Another major aspect is about industry bringing the workforce from outside. GSIA has also applied. Many of the people are coming. You have to do their testing. The whole modus has changed. The safety precautions have changed. Do you think our industries are up to the task to maintain all these new regulations, new safety measures, and take all adequate precautions?
when someone is bringing his employees from outside, it means that he considers them very important for his process. That's the logic. When he's bringing him from outside, he is supposed to take all these safety precautions. And I can see on our groups and all where we are constantly reminding people, please be aware because your mistake, because today public health is, I mean, your health is not a private matter. Your health
Yeah.
is a public matter. If I'm not well, it means everyone else is affected
Yeah.
in COVID terms. So there's only so much you can do. I can caution you, I can do it. And two, even the people who may come with an infection don't even know. So it's
Correct.
not that it is no and they are coming, because the moment
Yeah.
you know, you'll be frightened, you'll try to get something. So it's the nature of this disease. Whatever precautions you take, it's going to slip through. It's, as I refer to it, as a mighty might. So it's really making its presence felt, and you can't stop it.
Yeah. The last question from my side is, are our industries up to the task? Because we had designed our workspaces in with a certain format, but now all those formats have been broken. New regulations have come in, new safety precautions we need to take. Do you think industries, as far as Goa is concerned, are up to the task to implement those in toto?
I think that it's a learning curve now. People have to do it because there's also an investment in these things.
Yeah.
And I can see, like I said, on our industry groups, for example, somebody was wanting to start without a thermal gun, and we didn't have to worry about the inspector coming. People in the group would tell him, no, you can't start. You stop till you get the thing, and then you start. So that seriousness is there.
Yeah.
Now it is a matter of making it a habit, because unfortunately we are not very good at maintaining some good habits.
Yeah.
So it is a habit that has to be formed and is going to become. And this, like I said, this might is mighty, and it's going to teach you to do things which you didn't want to do.
Which we never thought we would do.
We thought we would.
Blaise Costabir, thanks a lot. Magdista, these inputs are valuable. People are also getting a lot of clarity because of this. And we shall continue this exercise. कारण Magdista 4.0 पुरो कोणाकच 5.1 आणि नाका अशी परिस्थिती झाल्या. So, but as the situation develops, we'll try to take these views and make sure that they reach the government. So, thanks a lot for talking to us. Prudent, namaskar.